Welcome back. Vape Dr. Dan here. Today I'm going to do a funky kind of twisted core 32 gauge Clapton build. So I've got two lengths of 32 gauge Canthal here. Just going to put a couple hooks in the end so that I can straighten these out. Now what I'm going to do is one at a time. Let's put that other one off to the side for now. Throw that in the chuck of the drill. The drill works. Fire that in there, make sure it's centered, and twist her shut. It helps if you twist in the proper direction. Make sure it's nice and tight. Take the other end, a set of pliers, put some tension on it, and just spin it for about 5 seconds. Should be good. Take that out of the drill and do it again. Put our other piece here. Probably just heard the sirens. Not uncommon in my area. Grab this here. Some tension. And there we have it. Two pieces of straightened wire. I'm going to take those two pieces, put the L's together, little 90-degree bends. What those do is just help the drill hold it better. I'm going to take the other ends and fold them up there, bend them off, and stick the whole mess back in the drill. So we got this sort of loopy thing going on here. We'll grab our screwdriver. Oh, I guess I didn't have that tight enough. Not a wee bit. Just a wee bit, lads and lasses. Reline it up. Open the chuck a little bit wider this time. Well, let's try this again. Shut. Make sure that your wires are as centered as possible. Doesn't want to work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split these up into groups of two. I'm going to put them through opposite tines in the, or whatever you want to call it, separations in the chuck. One moment, please. One group that way, one group that way. Close her down. Sorry that I'm not doing this on camera, it's just a much easier angle for me to actually see it. Okay, so you can see I've put two of them through that part there, and two of them through the other part. Now let's try this again. Take our screwdriver, thread it through the middle. Ooh, that's bad news. second. One of these got looped around funny. It's okay. Still workable. Just gotta make sure that you put this screwdriver in the right spot. And we're just gonna start off slowly. Just give it all a good twist there. Ooh. There's a lot of recoil on that. I'm just going to untwist it a bit. And of course, it snapped off. Well, that's what happens when you do it on an angle. It snaps. Frayed a little bit, but still could end up being good, usable. So, that bit. I'm going to try making a coil as well, just out of the plain twisted bit that I was going to use for the core. So I'll save that bit. And this bit, stick that in the chuck of our drill and use it for the clamping. Now before we do that, take our loop end, and we're going to take our coil of 32 gauge, snag an end here, maybe, there we go. Ooh, throwing the wire around. I'm just going to wrap it through the loop so it gives it something to hold on to. Open up the chuck. Oh, I'm closing it. Open up the chuck. So we can fit that in the middle. Maybe. There we go. And close down the chuck. Nice and tight. I'm going to start off very slowly, so we can get a couple of good wraps on there. You see this is going all over the place because it's got a bunch of kinks in it. It's not very nice. I'm going to take some, and we got a couple of wraps on there. We're going to take off a nice healthy length. Right about there should be good. Might not be, but it's a learning curve. And grab our clippers. Two. And away we go. So now we're just going to guide it with our thumb. It's going to be hard to see. Let's see if I can get this back further. Move a bunch of stuff out of the way before I started doing this. Okay. Falling unicorn bottles. Alright, so here we go. Just give it nice and slow at first. There's that kink. The kink is making a real pain in the butt. Alright. See, turned out that it wasn't quite enough, but we still got a pretty good length here. Alright, now we can take our clippers, snip it off at the chalk. Snip off that little excess bit at the end there. We have a length of twisted core Clapton 32 gauge. It's a lot stiffer than the twisted core Clapton 32 that I made before, because I only used two pieces of wire for the core instead of 4. So now we're going to take a quick toot, and we're going to jump into some over-the-top rebuildy action. Alright, so here's everything we're going to need. We're going to need our ceramic tweezers for pinching those coils. We've got our Allen key, hex key, whatever you want to call it. I've got a 9/64 inch precision screwdriver here, so we can make it a nice fat macro coil. I've got my wire clippers and our velocity RDA and ohm meter. The velocity I like for doing these videos, and I just like it all around. It will be in Sunday's video. So, first off, we're just going to do a quick and dirty coil build. So I've already covered a macro coil. I'm not going to really explain a whole lot about it. This one is more about the wire. So just quickly wrap this, just like I said, quick and dirty. It's very springy. Wire is very, very springy. I'm just going to try to do this on camera. Notice that it's really hard to keep it all together. That's okay. We'll just wrap it loose and we'll tighten her up when she's on the RDA. So there's 5 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just do a 5 wrapper. Let's see how it does. And 5.5, because otherwise it's just going to bend and spring right back out. There we go. See, it's ugly. Quick and dirty, like I said. Real quick snip on that. Leave one lead longer than the other, so it's easier to work with. And we'll try to leave us enough to do 2 coils. Might have been a little short. Oh well. Okay, so the second coil. Grab the wire again because it went flying. 5 wraps, eh? 1, 2, 3, another thing you can do to tighten up your coil, take a pair of pliers there, grab one end and just yank on it. Doesn't work too well with this wire because it's so springy, but just give it enough twists and hopefully it'll work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Didn't want to work. Okay, so we're doing a single coil because I didn't have quite enough wire there. It's okay. We will figure it out together. Jam that in there. Negative post. Positive post. Get it in nice and tight so that I can pull it. Tighten it even more. Right in there. Screwdriver. Sorry. Hex key. Tighten her down. Apparently get your Allen key stuck in there. Just for a lark, let's see what it ohms out to before I do any tightening or anything. 1 ohm. 1.02 ohms. It's because there's a lot of wire in there. And it's all spread out. So, tighten it. Just yank back. Push it in. Both sides. Yank it. Push it. Yank it and push it. We got a whole lot of extra wire here now. So, we'll deal with that after we pulse it. Tighten it up some more. Grab our, let's do it on the Sigelli. Also, I'm going to cover how to make those funky color coils that you see on Instagram. So, we're started right down the lowest wattage. You want to stop pulsing it before the coil gets red hot for it to make those funky colorful coils like on the videos. So, we're going down to 7 watts. I'm just going to pulse it a little bit. And stop. Pulse it a little bit. And stop. Take a screwdriver. Tighten it up some more. Pulse it up a little bit. Stop. Grab our pliers. Our pliers are needle nose ceramic guys. Pinch together. Pulse it up a little bit. Pinch it together. Pulse it up a little bit. Now we're going to turn the wattage up. We're going to go up to, let's do 14. Pulse it up again, stopping before it gets red hot. Pinch it. Pulse a little bit. it and pulse a little bit. Kind of flying blind when you're doing it for the color effects. Yank on it, tighten it up some more. Now we're going to crank up the wattage. We're going to go right up to 30. Again, you want it to stop before it gets too red hot, like I went a little far there. Let it get red hot a bit. Punch it up. Woo! Low battery. Better hurry this up. Now, screwdriver once again. That wire is just about as tight as it'll go now. It's becoming far less springy. So we're going to take our Allen key, wherever that got off to. Whoa! Flying stand. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Nobody got motion sickness or anything from that. I need my Allen key. There we go. Alright. So we're going to open that up a bit. I don't need to open it too much, just enough that the coil can move. Pull that lead through some more. This side. And tighten it down again. The reason this one is such a pain in the butt when you're putting it together is because that 32 gauge is really, really springy and bouncy. So I'm going to take these clippers, clip those leads down, grab our screwdriver, feed it through, push that over, on this side, push that over, let out a bit, and we're going to crank the wattage all the way up to 50 now. And we're going to grab our ceramic tweezers, we're going to pinch and pulse, pinch and pulse. Pinch and pulse. Put the screwdriver in there again. So make sure that coil stays straight. The whole coil is heating up pretty evenly. It's nice and from the center. Let it cool down because that gets quite hot at 50 watts. Works out to 6.9 volts. And as you can see, I've kind of got a little bit of a blue color to the coil now. Pretty fancy. So we're going to take some of our Supima cotton here, just twist up and in, get some of the extra fibers off. Poke it through. It's still very hot, so be careful. Grab our pliers here, grab the end. Pull it right on through. Poke it down underneath. Alright. And it is wicked. Juice it up. It is juiced. And vapors. Vapors galore. Alright. Let's throw the cap on. Oh, let's screw down those extra screws. Get back out to regular tack time. And we'll vape on it, see how she vapes. See if this build is even worth doing. Alright, well that was a mess, but we got it all put together. We got it down at, let's take it down just for our first try here. Let's take it all the way down to 35. Maybe. 35, there we go. Let's try this out. Not bad for a 0.9 ohm. 0.9 ohm build, not too bad. Let's see if we can take it up a little hotter. Let's go 45. Not bad. Not bad at all for a regulated build. That cotton is almost bone dry after 2 puffs. I'm going to juice that up a little bit more. Just paint it right on there. All in all, not terrible. Let's close down the airflow a bit and see what kind of flavor I can get off of it for a flavor junkie. That's really good. And again, I've have dried out that cotton in 2 pulls. So it's good for quick and dirty Clapton build. Not sure I like how hot it is, but it's definitely something I'll be looking more into. If you're leaving, then thanks for joining me for this first bit. If you're sticking around, we're gonna try just the core bit next, and we're gonna do what looks like a single coil with that. Looks fairly springy, so might be a bit of a pain in the butt, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So if you're leaving, stay Smurfy. If you're staying around, then see you in the next portion. Alright, so we got this all taken apart. We got our core, just a quad twisted wire. We're going to try doing something really messed up here and do a really tiny one. Nice, super tight nano coil. We're going to use the Allen key from the RDA. So, just like with a normal coil, it's just a lot smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see this one, like 6 wraps. 6 wraps. Yeah, let's do it. Tighten it up. Pinch it together. Get it nice and tight if we can. If not, then I'm not too worried. We can tighten it up on the RDA. Alright, we're going to clip that right off, right about there. And I actually happen to have another hex bit the same size, so I don't even have to take it off there. We're going to throw one in the top here. Just going to single coil this bad boy here. One in the bottom. Push it in nice and tight. Pull it through if we need to. And let's screw her down. Alright, there's one side. When you're making a nano coil, most of your wicking is going to go on the outside rather than through the middle. So I'm just going to quickly just push that in a bit on that side. Stick it through on the other side. Push it in there. A little tug. There we go. It's not perfect, but quick and dirty. Turn her on. Let's check out the ohms. 0.8 ohms. Looks like 0.81, 0.82 in there. Tighten that up a bit more. And yank that out. Stuck in there good. And same thing on this side. Let's throw her around the old mod and get her pulsed up and ready to go. Sorry for all the flashes in your eyes. Light from my camera there. Very reflective surface on this deck. It's also practically covered in juice. I don't know why this is taking me so long to screw in. Alright. There we go. Bend that up. Clip off the excess leads there. Turn our clippers the right way. Oh, that heats up fast. Holy smokes. Oh, we're running it up at top wattage. That'd be why. There we go. Right down. Pinch, pinch. Still got some hot spots going on. Pinch. Alright. Looks like we got ourselves glowing in the right direction from the middle to the outside. I'm just going to pop that hex bit through again. And we're just going to lower the coil a little bit. Take a little bit of wicking here. Let's see where we've got some excess wick. We don't need a whole lot. Actually, I wonder if I can get one through the middle. It's not going to carry enough juice to it, but we're going to give it a shot. It's a bit bigger for a micro or a nano coil, so yeah, we're just going to throw that in there on top of the wicking that I normally do around it. And take another little piece here. I'm going to tuck it in there, fold it right over the top. That helps if you juice it up a bit. So let's grab a bottle of juice here. It would help if I was prepared. There we go. And some juice on there. Drop some in the juice well so it can soak up from the bottom. Makes it easier to work with a little bit. And of course, making me eat my words, Wick. Leave a little bit exposed. Grab a little bit more wick. Actually, take this and I can use the big one. Push it off to the side. Get some good airflow in there. And some more wick. Hook it down in there. And cover the top. Dip it right back down into the juice well. We're going to want to make sure that there's a little bit of an airflow channel there so we can get some air flowing from under the coil and then up to the drip tip. Slash the top of the addy. Paint. Make sure our airflow, make sure that air can flow, I should say. And we have some vapor production. A little more airflow there. Alright. Now we're cooking with oil. So, strip some more in there just to make sure it's good and juiced up. And we'll take it back to normal view, vape on it, and see how she turned out. Alright, so top cap's installed. Came out to 0.7 ohms after all of that pinching. I'm going to turn it right up to 40 watts. I don't gotta be anywhere. Let's go up to 45. 45 watts. Let's give it a shot. Holy crap. Let's try that down at 35. That burnt the juice real fast. That little itty-bitty coil. Not bad. Still burning really hot. Why not? Let's give it a shot down at 30 watts. See if 5 watts makes a difference. Not bad, not bad. Let's just close down the airflow now that I've found a warmth level I like. Let's see how the flavor is. Oh yes, that's nice. That's very nice. Works pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Oh, it's saying 6 ohms now. 0.6 ohms. That could be because I don't have the screws tightened down all the way. Let's try this. I was using a stripped dollar store screwdriver to tighten them down, so let's give that a shot. Tighten it all the way up. And I might as well put these screws in too, because I forgot to. This may be a new wire setup for me. I like this. It came out okay. Dual coil, it cut the resistance in about half, so be looking at about a 0.3 ohms with dual coil. Might be worth looking into. Definitely nice. You know, the resistance jumps around a little bit, but it definitely burns that juice off really fast. Burns really hot. All in all, not a bad coil. So long build video is over now. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to throw a little bit of an outtake at the end. I tried and failed hardcore at the beginning. I was going to cut it out and just do it the second take, but I figured it'd be funny and interesting. So, here's to you guys. Stay smirky.